Hi everybody, I'm Amy from Neurotic Mom Bakes. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to be showing you how I build and stack my Oreo cake. So I've got my chocolate cake layers here, and if you want to check out my video on my chocolate 2.0 cake recipe, it's posted. So I've got 3 of my chocolate cake layers here, and I'm going to get a little bit of my Oreo buttercream. I also have a video of how to make my Oreo buttercream if you want to check that out. And I'm going to put a little bit of buttercream on the bottom of my cake board here. And I've got my bottom layer on. Now after I put this, get it centered and put my bottom cake layer on, I stick this in the freezer for like 3 minutes just to get the buttercream solidified so my cake doesn't slide all over. I'm going to pop this in the freezer. And wait. All right, I pulled this out of my freezer. It's nice and solid on there now, and I'm going to spread a layer of buttercream. My Oreo buttercream, so good. Doesn't need to be super thick because, I will show you, I'm actually going to get Oreos and I'm gonna place them around. Now these are perfect because they will soften a little bit, but they don't get mushy. And because they're a nice sturdy cracker or cookie, you don't need to put dowels in. It adds all the support that you need for the cake layers. And it adds some height, and it's just so dang good. Okay, and then there's some spaces in here, and I'll fill it in with some more buttercream. Whoops. And I'll even spread some more buttercream on top of that. So I think I used six Oreos there. And I'm going to repeat with my next layer. Get eye level with the cake. Always when I'm stacking, I get eye level. This side's a little lower, this side's a little thicker. So I'm gonna place that on. I'm gonna give it a spin and make sure all my edges are lined up and it's pretty vertical. And I'm going to repeat that process. More buttercream on here. Perfect. And get 6 more Oreos. Put one right in the middle and then kind of circle them around. Okay. And then spread a little more buttercream in the little gaps there and on top. I usually only do 3 layers with this one because the Oreos add so much height that doing 4 layers would look really cool, but it's really tall. And so I just like to do the 3 layers. Okay, here's my last layer. Remember, you always turn it over so it's upside down on top because that's your clean edge. For the top layer, it looks like this side is lower and this side's just a hair thicker. I'm gonna place that on and give it a spin, make sure it's all lined up. And this is sturdy enough that I'm just gonna go ahead and start with my crumb coat. Usually when I do a filling, I put it in the freezer at this stage and let the filling set, but this is pretty stable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my crumb coat. Crumb coat just means that you are sealing in all the crumbs. Then you will stick it in your freezer for at least 10 minutes, minimum 10 minutes. But sometimes if I have other things going on, I'll do the crumb coat and leave it in my freezer for a day or 2 before I can come back to it. See, there's crumbs all over, totally okay. That's the point of this layer of buttercream. I actually might need to stick this in the freezer for a second. I do. It's sliding. If it's sliding, no big deal. I am gonna stick this in my freezer. First, I'm gonna smooth it out though, because this will freeze and you'll have all those lumps. I'm gonna smooth it out. It is gonna go in my freezer for just a second. And then I'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on with my crumb coat. I let my filling set just a little bit in the freezer, and it's much more stable now. Crumb coat does not have to be perfect. This is the easy part, especially with the Oreo buttercream. It just hides everything. Just a spot here. Okay. Almost there. Okay, kind of at this point, just because I know I'm going to be scraping a lot of this buttercream off, I will actually go around, and it's the buttercream with all the crumbs in it, so I want to use it up. This is how I kind of save on, oh no, shoot, it's coming off the base. Okay, that's okay. This happens once in a while. There we go. This is how I save on my buttercream a little bit. Not so much waste. I'll scrape this off and then use the buttercream on here to finish the crumb coat. I am gonna have to figure out a way to fix this. Maybe once I get the buttercream sealed on the bottom here. There we go. Okay, so my cake shifted just a little bit. Don't panic. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, see how it shifted a little bit? It's a little bit crooked. This is where I get my scraper, and I just kind of nudge it back into place. Like right here. I'm going to push that over. There we go. Perfect. Push that over a little bit. I have some holes there. That's totally fine. Patch them back up. Better, better, better. I generally get, every time I do a scraping pass, I will get a new cake scraper. Go along the bottom, and then along the top, turn it around, go along the top. Perfect. And then I will get my offset spatula and pull the top in. Go around pulling the top in. Okay, remember this is just your crumb coat, so it does not need to be perfect. This is just about sealing in the crumbs best you can. And it's lopsided here, totally okay. I'm gonna show you how I fix that. This happens all the time when I'm making cakes. I'm gonna try to straighten this out just a little more. we go. Better. Okay, we're gonna pop that back in the freezer for at least 15 minutes to get it nice and solid. Perfect. Okay,